Hey everybody, it's Pamela Dodge with Avant-Garde Insurance Advisors. Long time no see. Been a little bit stressed and anxious with everything going on, working from home and managing my two children at the same time. It's a lot to handle and get through at the end of the day. This is another episode of Avant-Garde Insurance Advisors, and today we're going to talk about umbrella, specifically who should have an umbrella. And I think I've touched on this once before, but I really wanted to find some of the things that we're going to be looking for that would really hone in on why we would recommend an umbrella. Some of it's going to be tied to how many homes that you have. If you own only one home, your risk is a little bit lower. You have a lower liability exposure than somebody that has more than one home. Certainly, if you have more than two, or you have investment properties or residential homes that you rent out, we certainly would recommend an umbrella. We're also going to be looking at number of vehicles. If you have an unusual number of vehicles, 2 is okay, 3 okay. Once you hit 4 or higher, your liability exposure is much higher. And that's because you just number of vehicles out on the road, the exposure is higher. Also, we look at drivers. Do you have youthful drivers, young drivers, inexperienced drivers in your household that can increase your liability exposure or your risk for a liability event? Then we're also going to be looking at characteristics of your lifestyle. Do you have trampolines? Do you have swimming pools? Do you like to travel a lot? Do you own a business? Do you work out of your home? All of those things are really going to cause us to want to look at an umbrella. And then you also want to consider net worth, or how much assets that you have to lose, because ultimately we are all trying to save money and build assets and put money away for retirement. But if you have a liability event, you may have to start liquidating all those assets and investments that you've been trying to put away. And we want to prevent that from happening. And so that's why we would recommend an umbrella policy for you. We're going to be looking at homes. We're going to be looking at vehicles. We're going to look at drivers. We're going to look at lifestyle. And we're going to be looking at how much do you stand to lose if a liability event did occur. So those are the reasons that we would recommend an umbrella policy. If you haven't talked to your insurance agent about an umbrella, certainly do. Cost for an umbrella policy for one driver, one home, one auto is around $350 for $1 million limit. But certainly, it's going to go up based on how much of an exposure you have, number of homes, vehicles, and drivers. So keep that in mind, but certainly get a quote, at least start that process and get going with an umbrella policy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody stays safe and stay healthy. Take care.